this next verse that would have me really thinking about, what the conversation was. Like I said, was talking about parents and children, being friends, and that it's not possible. And then, even talking about like adult relationships, like submitting to authority. Like, when you're on your job, your boss tells you to do something, you do it. You do it, unless your boss is just weak, and then there's chaos in the whole place because your boss is out of order. There's no leadership, there's no guidance. So everything is out of whack. But that carries over to every aspect of life, at home, at work, wherever. If you play in sports, you can tell when there's a good, solid coach in place. Okay. So this verse here from Proverbs 11, 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So this is more, once again, talking about that perfect law of liberty. It's a balance. It's a delicate balance between a law and a liberty, because we said law was freedom and justice and knowledge and wisdom and happiness and hopefulness, right? But then law is looked at as something that is frowned upon. So, but I was saying, when I look at that word liberty, and then just knowing my experiences, and knowing those things, that I can't have freedom, justice, knowledge, wisdom, happiness, and hopefulness without order. I can't thrive in chaos. I thrive in order. And I know that about myself. So once again, here, looking at this, a false balance is abomination to the Lord. So basically a thing that God detests. Okay, he cannot stand at all, false balance. But a just weight, so basically things that are in balance. Okay, when you're not cheating nobody. Like I was thinking about, this verse here, and how in those days where people was exchanging stuff based on the weight. Some people putting, you think you're buying a 5-pound bag of potatoes or something, and they done put a couple of rocks in the bag to make it seem like the bag was 5 pounds, because it was, balanced with the weight. But it's not just potatoes. So that's an unjust balance. That's a false balance. Okay. And that's that lying, cheating, stealing that God absolutely detests. Cannot stand a liar. Okay. But then the exact opposite of that. So basically the balance of that is a just weight. It is his delight. He delights in that. And I'm just going to take a moment here just to look at some other things, other ways that, where we see this basically this balance, or this subtle balance, or I'm trying to find another word besides balance, harmony. I'm gonna say the subtle harmony between things that seem to oppose each other, just like law and liberty. Okay. Where in the Bible it says, take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Okay. We usually look at yoke as being a bondage, and a burden being heavy. But Jesus said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And then here, I think this one is from Proverbs, if I remember correctly, where it says, faithful are the wounds of a friend. You thinking like wounds, like, no, I don't want no wounds. I don't want nothing that hurts. Okay. But it says faithful are the wounds of a friend. So basically, I'm looking at this as this person cares about me. If they're bringing me this criticism or this correction, I need to think about, this is my friend. They want the best for me. So it's a faithful wound. Yes, it may hurt still, but it's a faithful wound. It's for my good. And then walk by faith and not by sight. So basically you're telling me to go without seeing where I'm going, right? Without knowing it all ahead of time, but just go by faith with the belief, that once, like I said, it's perfect and entire and it's complete and it's mature, is that law, that perfect law of liberty. So you want me to trust this, what's been said to me, through God's word, and just go with, without seeing or knowing ahead of time what I'm going to. But make sure he said it to you. And I'll just go on your own. Okay. A race is not given to the swift, but the one who endures to the end. So usually we think, whatever I got to do, race or whatever it is, needs to hurry up. It needs to be fast, right? But God doesn't do everything fast. He's not on time. He dwells in eternity. Okay, time is just a figment. It's just a small sliver in eternity. It's nothing compared to eternity. Okay, but the one who endures to the end. So it's a long race. It's a long race, or it could be a short race. Depending, your race is your race. Okay, act as if your race is fast, but then act as if your race is long. It's all a delicate balance. Okay, and then land and sea. I was listening to a song like, who told the sun where to stand in the morning? Who told the moon where to hide to the evening? Who told the sea, the ocean, sorry, that you can only go this far? Stop right here. This is as far as you can go. So that's powerful. That's powerful. But it's a very, once again, intricate, deliberate balance. Okay, Earth and moon. Okay, orbiting, circling each other. Okay, day and night. We expect this perfection right here. Okay, doesn't stay, well, sometimes it stays dark too long for me, but anyway, doesn't stay dark too long. We have that expectation that day will follow. Day will follow night, night will follow day. Okay, success and failure. Okay, I love the successes. I'm about to say we love the successes, but I'm going to speak for myself. I love the successes and absolutely hate the failures. But when I look at those failures, they are necessary. They are experiences. They tell me which way something doesn't work. Okay, so that I can get to the successes. Don't do it that way again. Do it this way this time. Okay, and try again until we get to the other side, which is the success. Okay, appearance and reality. I thought this one was very important because in this social media day and age that we live in, appearances, like it said, I think it says we looking at somebody else's highlight reels. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at their highlight reels online on social media. Okay, and it's making people sick, other people sick that see that. Okay, not knowing what the reality really is. Or then when we see a glimpse of somebody's reality, then, that'll burn the internet up itself, oh, look, the mattress on the floor. The mattress is on the floor. They got a mat. Thank God for a roof over their head, at some point. And it's sure it won't always be that way, right? So appearances versus reality. Okay, and then joy and pain. I think from this, we can definitely love joy. Okay, and me despise pain, but sometimes, once again, like I think, as I said, the experience of the pain teaches you to appreciate the joy just that much more. And then freedom and bondage. Delicate balance here once again, because we can look at bondage as being, that bad part, but then, like I said, it says in there, like we are Christ slaves, but he says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And it's very necessary though. I think that's the part that we miss, is that it's necessary to have restraint. It's necessary not to just be wild and roaming and just doing whatever, like, the things that God said, honor your mother and your father, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, thy mind, and thy strength. Just thinking about that, I'm thinking about a story that I heard was talking about dogs, thinking about if the dog, the wandering wild dog, basically you fed it for yourself. Like nobody's preparing food for you, nobody's watching over you, you don't have a warm house to go into at night. And basically your life probably won't be that long, because either you're going to be killed in the wild, or what is it, the Humane Society, I don't even know what it is, like the dog catcher or whatever, gonna come eventually and snatch you up at some point. And all the time is not to take you to a home, so that's the wild dog. And then you got the dog that's basically chained in a yard or whatever. He can only go so far, but he may have a little dog house. He may get food and water. So somebody is taking care of him, but he can't wander. He just not going freely where he, just wandering out in the wild. So not going wherever he wants to go. And then the dog that basically lives in the house, he's comforted all the time. He got a bed, he got blankets, he got food. Somebody hugs him. He can sleep in the bed. He can lay on the couch. He can go outside on the leash, go for a walk. So he can run through the house. So basically, I'm describing his liberty, but it's within bounds. So I just thought that was really powerful. Like, wow, that's one way of looking at it. He's free to do whatever he wants in that house. So within bounds, he's free to do whatever he wants, and he's still getting everything that the other dogs got. He has a leash. He goes for walks. Okay, he has food. He has shelter. Some things that they didn't have. Okay, so he has liberty, and he has law. Okay, you don't go to the bathroom in the house. You go to the bathroom outside. So just to wrap this up, I'm going to read this to us because I think it's beautiful. Psalm 19, verses 7 through 10. The law of the Lord is perfect. And perfect meaning complete, is entire, is lacking nothing. Converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure. We can count on it. If he's going to do just exactly what he said. Making the wise simple. So if you thought you knew everything, get in the word, and he's basically going to show you the opposite of whatever you thought. And then that's actually wisdom. Okay, is listening to him. Okay, because he's going to ask you, just like he asked Job, like, where were you when I attached the ends of the earth? When I attached, the ends of the world, not the earth only, but the ends of the world. Where were you? Like, who consulted with me? Who consulted me? Who did I consult with? Okay. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and honeycomb. So once again, I think, you all should meditate on that right there. It's a lot in there, a whole lot in there. Just to get your mind right, to think on good things, think on virtuous things.